Ladies and gentlemen, what if there were an invisible enemy, one we don't even notice, that is quietly shortening the lifespan of engines and hydraulic machinery, gradually making load operation impossible? In fact, such an enemy does exist. Today, we would like to introduce a patented technology developed specifically to solve this problem. So, when do you think an automobile engine is under the most critical and damaging stress? Is it when you're speeding down the highway? Or when you're tackling rough off-road terrain? Surprisingly, the answer lies in a far more ordinary, unexpected moment. It's the very moment you turn the key in the morning, those first few seconds right after startup. After sitting overnight, the engine is completely cold. All of the engine oil has drained down and collected in the oil pan, the oil reservoir. At this point, the many complex friction and lubrication points inside the engine are left dry, without an oil film. The moment we force the engine awake is when the problems known as cold, start, and dry run begin. As clearly pointed out in our patented technology, protected not only in Korea, but also in the United States, Japan, the EU, and China, cold, hardened engine oil cannot perform its proper function. That is why, in winter, engines often fail to start at all. As temperatures drop, this problem becomes even more severe. In extreme cold, vehicles may be immobilized, engine lifespan is reduced, fuel efficiency drops, meaning more frequent trips to the gas station, and exhaust emissions increase, harming the environment. In severe cases, engine components can even seize and fuse together, an absolutely catastrophic outcome. This issue is especially critical today, as turbochargers have become standard due to downsized engines and higher power outputs. However, turbochargers come with inherent weaknesses. Operating at ultra-high speeds of 100,000 to over 300,000 RPM, the turbocharger shaft must float on a continuous film of oil, much like a boat on water. But due to its distance and elevation relative to the oil pump, oil delivery is delayed during startup. Even after the engine is shut off, the turbocharger continues spinning due to inertia, entering a dry run condition without oil circulation. Repeated exposure to this condition inevitably damages the turbocharger. And since turbochargers are made from high-precision advanced alloys, replacement costs can range from $3,000 to $7,000. This problem isn't limited to passenger vehicles. It becomes far more critical in large logistics trucks, construction machinery, ships, and other heavy-duty engines. Even emergency generators, the very heart of hospitals and large buildings, are vulnerable. For such equipment, cold start and dry run can be a single, fatal blow. So how can this long-standing problem be solved? Fortunately, the answer lies within the technology we have developed. Just as we warm up before exercising and cool down afterward, engines also need preparation and recovery. Until now, the only available methods were idle warm-ups and post-load cooling, both time-consuming and fuel-intensive. This technology, however, acts like a personal trainer for the engine. Before startup, it heats and circulates oil to bring the engine into optimal condition. At the same time, it instantly raises oil temperature along critical flow paths during startup, preventing cold start and dry run altogether. As a result, even in extreme climates such as harsh winters or polar regions, and regardless of whether the engine has been inactive for months or even years, the engine can start smoothly and immediately operate under load, without conventional warm-up idling. After shutdown, the system continues circulating oil to rapidly cool overheated components, stabilizing temperatures. This relieves internal stress in metal parts, prevents deformation, and significantly extends equipment lifespan. This is a fully integrated system that independently cares for the engine. So how does it actually work? The truly ingenious aspect of this invention is that it does not replace the existing engine oil circulation system. Instead, it adds a dedicated pump and heating system that circulates oil through the original lubrication paths. Equipped with an electric pump and heater, the system can operate independently, even when the engine is completely off. Operation schedules, dates, and cycles can be controlled, and remote preheating and circulation are also possible. The core components are remarkably simple: an auxiliary electric pump, an electric oil heater, a smart controller, check valves to prevent reverse flow, and dedicated oil lines. Let's walk through the operating stages. First, preheating circulation. Before starting the engine, the system heats and circulates oil, bringing the engine to peak condition. Second, normal engine operation. Once the engine starts, the main oil pump takes over. The system either shuts off or continues heating until optimal oil and engine temperatures are reached. Third, post-shutdown cooling. After the engine is turned off, the system circulates oil until a stable temperature is achieved, cooling critical components and preventing thermal damage. Whether it's freezing winter or scorching summer, whether a vehicle has been parked for days or years, this system ensures smooth, immediate startup and instant load operation every time. This technology is not limited to internal combustion engines. It applies equally to hydraulic systems, transmissions, and powertrain components. In critical emergency situations, it enables defense equipment, firefighting vehicles, and disaster response machinery to operate instantly, within seconds. It also reduces the risk of failure in emergency generators for hospitals and high-rise buildings. In other words, this is a technology that benefits drivers, society, and the environment alike. Importantly, this is not a simple add-on component. It is a systemic innovation. In hydraulic systems, instead of heating the entire oil tank, this technology instantly heats oil at the pump's suction and discharge points. This delivers immediate response without wasting energy on bulk oil heating, while also creating a thermal insulation effect as warm oil returns to the tank. In extremely cold winters, large diesel vehicles are often left idling to prevent restart failure. However, emissions regulations require exhaust after-treatment systems to periodically regenerate. If regeneration does not occur, the vehicle becomes inoperable, resulting in wasted fuel and time. The examples discussed here, engines, gearboxes, and hydraulic systems, represent just a portion of this technology's applications. A single, seemingly small innovation has evolved into a solution that protects everything from the car in your garage to the systems that safeguard our society. As we've seen today, sometimes one small idea is all it takes to solve a problem we've long accepted as unavoidable. Thank you.